Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss yet another program in Visual Basic 2010. Today we are entering into a new concept which is called looping. Looping means what? I will put the explanation about the looping in a form of a PowerPoint slide for you. But this program is based on looping. There are two types of loops which we are going to see in this particular course. One is the for loop and the other one is the while loop. So this program which I am going to show today is actually going to explain to you the use of for loop. I have already written the code and everything for you because I don't want to waste a lot of time in typing and showing it as a live demo. Now you can see I would like to first draw your attention for the design of this particular program. You can see this is label 1. This is label 1. In the label 1, what I do is that in the label 1 I just choose the label 1. In the label 1 I just change the name in the text property as generating numbers, and also I change the text property I changed, and also I change the font property, which you can see here. I have changed the font as 24 size and it is bold. And also you can see that why this is coming in back color, because I have chosen here the back color. Can you see here the back color properties? So for the label I have changed three things. Number 1, the text property. Number 2, I change the back color property. Number 3, I change the font property. Okay. Now this is another label. You can see here this is label 2. I just only change the text. I did not change anything here. And I change only the text as enter the starting number. For this one you can see that I have changed the label name as enter the ending number. So these are the two things that I have done now. You can see now I talked about label 1, label 2 and label 3. And now you can see this is label 4. In the label 4 I just changed the name of the text as list of numbers. I have changed the font property as I did it before for label 1. You can see here it is 21.75 point and bold italic. And also I have changed the back color. The back color is now, can you see it here? That's why it is appearing in blue color. This is label 5. Label 5 I did not change the property of the text, if you can see here. Okay, but I change only one thing here which I have not done before. I change the visible property. The visible property can be of two types. One is true. By default it will be true. I change this one as false. I change this one as false. Let me tell you why. Now when I run this program, you will not see the label 5 here because the visibility is false. That means you don't want to see it when you run the code. But here I will use this label for some reason which I will see later. So now let us try to understand what is the idea of this thing until now. We have got label 1, we have got label 2, 3, label 4 and label 5. So label 5 will not appear when you run the program because I have given the property as visible is equal to false. Okay, you will understand it when I explain you when I see the code. When the visible is false, you will not see it when the program is going to run. That's the thing that you have to keep in your mind. Now there are how many buttons? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 buttons. Now all this code, now you can see this is actually what? Text box 3. I have a text box 3 and this text box 3 is very big, long. How it become long? Everything is same. The color, I change the back color as green. Nothing is written here in the text box. Now what I change in this text box is that I am actually using the other one, multiline. There is a property called multiline. Can you see now here multiline? By default it is false. I change it as true. When I change it as true, when I give it as false, it will be like this only. You cannot have it, you cannot stretch it into a bigger text box. But when you give it as true, it will become like this. So this is about the text boxes. Now we have 7 buttons and this is also what? This is another label 6. In the label 6 I put some note for people because what type of input they should give. If it is an even number, they should give the numbers ending with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, like 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. The number should end up with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. If you are going to use the program for generating the odd number, then your number should always end with 13579, because like 21, 23, 25, 27, 29. You know what is the even number? Any number which is ending with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 is an even number. It's an even number. And any number which is ending with 13579 is an odd number. So now you can see these things very clearly. Now let us see that now this is also label 6. So 6 labels I placed. I have placed 3 text boxes, 2 text boxes for input, and this is for the output. Now we are going to discuss about the 7 buttons, and all the 7 buttons are 7 different processes. If you look at the first button, it will print the numbers in this text box. What numbers? 1, 2. If I give here, the first number is 1, the last number is 10, it will print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I give 1 and 10, I print the odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 will be printed. If I give here 2 and I give here 10, because you see 1 cannot be a odd number, so you have to give it 2. If you give 2 and you give it as 10, then you can see that the number will be what? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, like this. Now this, all these 3 are what? Reverse order. That means here you will give the number like 10 and you will give it 1 here. So when you press, you will see the number will be printed as 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is the idea. So now here the same. If you give here 9 and if you give here 1 in the text box 2, you will get the answer as 9, 7, 5, 3, 1. Similarly, when you are going to give here 10 in text box 1 and you are going to give in text box 2 number 2, you will get the answer like 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, like this. So just I will explain the code and then I will run it. You will understand it very clearly. Now let us see the code for this one. So 2 inputs, 1 output, and the rest are all labels. I explained everything to you until now clearly, I hope. Now let's go to this first code, print numbers. See, I am declaring first 2 variables, dim, L, M. L and M are what? 2 variable names, and they are integers. Integer means what? They are numbers. Now we are assigning to L the value which you enter in text box 1. We are assigning to M the value that is entered in text box 2. That means whatever the value is going to be entered here and whatever the value is going to be entered here, this is for L, this will be assigned for M. Now let's go to this one. Now I give a loop for I equal to 1 to M. That means what? If you enter 1 in the text box 1, if you enter 10 in the text box 2, that means for I equal to 1 to 10. That means this set of steps will do for how many times? 10 times. Starting with the number 1, it will continue for 10 times. 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, like this. Okay, 10 times. Now in the text box 3, the output is going to come in text box 3. Text box 3 equal to text box 3 dot text, whatever the character is there in the text box 3, plus string of I. Initially the I value is 1, then it will go next, it will become 2. It will keep on increasing. I will become 1 in the beginning, it will be 1 in the beginning, then it will become 2, 3, 4, 5, and it will stop when it becomes 10. So string of I means what? Now the value of I will be 2. So 2 will be printed in the text box. 3 will be printed. 4 will be printed. And now I also use here label 5.text. The numbers are. In the label 5.text, I want to give the information as the numbers are. I don't enter the text property. I don't change the text property in the property window. I am changing the text property in this particular way that I want this text to come here. Now let me show how it works. Now you see here I enter the number 1. First I enter the number 1. I enter the number 10. So I want to generate number from 1 to 10. So now I am giving here print numbers. Can you see now? The numbers that are generated are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because we have used the code to generate the number using for loop. I hope it is clear. Now the code is the same for all the 6 processes. All the 6 processes will have the same code except a small minor modification. So is this clear? What is this clear button? This clear button will make everything become empty. Let us see what is the code for this clear button. So now you cannot see the code because still the code is running. Now I stopped it. Now you can see here when I click on the clear button, which is nothing but the clear button. Can you see here? I am just clicking on the clear button, which is text box 7, button 7. Can you see here, button 7? This is the code. Text box 1 dot text equal to empty, text box 2 equal to empty, text box 3 equal to empty. Empty means what? You don't give anything, you just give empty spaces between the two quotes, double quotes. So then it becomes empty. So now you can see here the code is simple. This is clear. The code is only 3 lines. Text box 1 equal to empty, text box 2 is equal to empty. Empty means what? You just open a double quote, don't type anything and close another double quote. That's it. If anything that is there will get deleted. This we have already seen in other programs, so I don't want to take a long time to explain this idea for you. Now let us go to the next one. I want to print odd numbers. Look at the code. The same. L is whatever you enter in text box 1 will be assigned in L. Whatever you enter in text box 2 will be assigned in M. The same for I. If you are entering 1 and if you are entering 9. So for 1 to 9. 1 to 9 means what? It will do from when the value starts with 1 and it will continue when the I value becomes 9. When the value of the I becomes 9. It will continue until the value of I becomes 9. And I give here step 2. That's the only thing I change. Everything else is same. Can you see here? What is step 2? I is 1. Now after this is finished, the value of I will be what? Increased not as 2. It will be increased as 3 because I give step 2. If I give step 3, it will be increased as 3. 3 times 1 will become 3. Like 3 will become next 6 if I give step 3. But now in this case, it will become what? 1 will become 3. 3 will become 5. 5 will become 7. 7 will become 9 in the next step because I value will change in the loop. It was in the beginning I is 1 because L is, if I give 1 in the text box 1, it was 1. To M, if I give 9 until it becomes 9, it will start in the lower value. It will continue until the value is reached. So text box 3 dot text equal to same code. You see everything is same. I only change this one, the odd number, because I am printing the odd number now. Let me run the code so that you can understand the idea. I already told you what is the odd number. The odd number should always end with 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So now I am entering here 11. I am entering here 29. My first odd number I want to print is 11 and then I want to print up to 29. Can you see now? 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21 up to 29 have come. Is this clear? This is odd number. Now let us go to the even number. The even number, the code is almost the same code. Okay, now clear? Because I pressed without entering anything. So now let us just stop the code and now I go to the design. I have the even number. The code is same. No change. The code is same. For even number, which is button 3. The button 1, button 2 is done. Okay, button 2 is done. I think we have printed the numbers. I actually in the label 2, you see, I have left this label 2. Label 5, I have to type this line, which I did before. Label 5 dot text equal to the odd numbers are. For this label 3, what is this? This is even number. So it should come as what? The even numbers are. The code is the same. There is no change in the code. But you see what will happen? I will show you now. Now I enter the number 2. I enter the number 10. See here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. These are the even numbers which you have got. But you see that there is one issue that you are having now. You don't see that particular code now, but it's okay, fine. Now you see here, this is like print number, print odd number, print even number. Is this clear? Now I want to go for the next one. I give clear. It's very clear for you. Now go for the number in reverse order. See, again it is not going because the program is still in running mode. I stop it. Now I go to the design. See the code. The code is same, but the only change is what? You are going by minus. Before you give what? Step 2. It's not step 2. Like for example, in button 4, you are going like what? You are going by step -1. You start with a number. This is button 4. This is for printing numbers in reverse order. Button 4. This is button 4. This is button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4, button 5, button 6, button 5, button 6, and this is button 7. Now we are actually writing the code for button 4. You see here, same, everything is same, but now we are giving step -1. The change only happened here. Can you see now? Before in print number, odd number, even number, we don't use the word step. In the number we don't use step. Whenever you are using odd number, even number, you use step 2. But now when you are going to use in reverse order from bigger number to minus number, you are using the step -1. Let me show it for you now. The number should be more here because we are going to generate the number from reverse order. You know what is reverse order? Then bigger number will start first, then we have a smaller number. See now, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is that clear? Okay. This is the idea. This is the idea. Is this clear? Okay. Now let's go for the next one. Again, I will stop the program. You can see it here. I am actually going to the design. Okay. Same. Button 5. This is button 6. I told you. I have used button 6 and button 5 in a different direction. Don't say that button 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6, 5. 6, 5. This is for what? This is button 6 here. I am talking about this code. Print, this is button 6. Look at the code for button 6. Same. But giving what? Step -2. Before we give step 2 for small number to bigger number. For bigger number to smaller number, we are using what? -2. But everything is same. The same code is applied for button 6, button 5 also. Without any change, it is also the same. So nothing to worry about that particular part. Okay, it's clear for you, I think, until now. So now let us go for the next one. The next one that we are going to do is what? We are actually going for the next one. The next one that we are going to do is very simple. So now we have seen the code for all the 6 numbers we have seen. All the 6 numbers we have seen. Okay. Now let us see what we have to do now for this particular thing. Let us run the code. You have the screen in front of you. Let us type the number 10 and let us type the number 2. Now you see print even numbers. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Okay, clear. Now I give the bigger number 9. I give a number 1. Print odd numbers in reverse order. 9, 7, 5, 3, 1. Again I am repeating here one more thing. Like for example, I have a code starting like here. I want to generate from 99 is my first number and my ending number is 1. Okay, but before that let me clear, because otherwise that number also will come. 99 and the number is 1. Print numbers in reverse order. Can you see now? All the numbers are here. Even it is there below this. But since the space is not there, it is not shown. All the numbers are shown here, starting from 99 up to 1. So I think with this it is clear for you. Now I save the file. I already saved the file, so I just use save all and that's it. The file is saved. Already I saved the file. Otherwise you will follow the save all, give the file name and save it. I think this is clear for you. Watch the video maybe 2-3 times. We have how many labels? 6 labels. We have 3 text boxes. We have 6 buttons. The code is almost the same for all the buttons except small minor changes where you change it with, for example, this one you add step 2. Here also you add step 2. Here you add step -1, step -2 and step -2 you add. So this is what you have to understand, and hopefully you are clear with this idea. And this completes exercise number 5, part 1, most of the questions. In the exercise, each of these are given as separate programs. Print even number, print odd number, print odd number in reverse, print even number in reverse, print numbers in reverse. It has been given as separate questions. But because of the online teaching, I wanted to put all the programs in one, so that you can say this is program 1, this is maybe program 2, program 3, program 4, program 5, program 6. I put all the 6 programs in one particular screen so that it will be easy for you to see the whole idea. You can play part by part and try to understand. With this, I finish my class for today. See you then. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.